lucky all the same. Sweet taste of empires crumbling in the gloom. Napkin men with metal hearts surround us, drawing nearer, bodies fill the room. Our talking heads parade their faces every day, showing us the way to think and feel, helping us to understand the rich man's point of view. They said it on the news and now it's real.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Chill Art Sunday. I hope you all are doing very well. Bloomy Lotus, I see you in the chat. Welcome to the stream, thank you for joining. So good to see you again. Happy Sunday! Everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing very well. I'm starting a little late today, but this time not because I slept in. Today I am starting late because I was just too distracted playing SimCity 2000 on the old Pentium 4. So it was already 3:10 when I was laying down some pipes in my city when I realized, hey, it's past 3, today's Sunday, I have a stream to make. So I'm starting late. I'm sorry. Denise, welcome to the stream, happy Sunday, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Let us have some fun, let us have some nice chat. And now let's hopefully get this thing finally done. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to finish this commission on this stream, but I want to at least finish the vector lines. And speaking of which, last time I worked on this, last Sunday, I was trying to get this hand done, and I was having so much trouble with this that I decided to just give up for that day. So hopefully that now with a fresh mind, a rested brain, I can get this done, and done properly. Just had a convoy, that sounds fun. I'm doing quite well, thank you. Gonzaga, welcome to the stream, happy Sunday. How are you? And thank you for joining. So yeah, let's see if we can get this hand done properly this time. So for this finger, I think I'm going to use just a single line and try to pointify the ends, and hopefully that works, because I have no idea if it will. And honestly, I don't really like drawing hands. And the difficulty of making it is pretty much one of the reasons why. Then again, to be honest, to be fair, part of why I have troubles drawing hands is because I don't draw them often. I don't draw them often because I can do them right, but I cannot do them right because I do not draw them often. I'm pretty sure you can already tell, you can see the pattern there. So yeah, hopefully I can get this done correctly. I'm doing quite fine, thank you. Just a little kind of, I don't know, how can I say it, melting, because it's quite hot today. Honestly, I don't really like hot weather. Even though I live in a place that is usually warm most of the time, I very much prefer a colder days. I actually like when it rains, because I really don't like the hot weather. Yeah. Oh, but Mike, you live in Brazil. It is hot in there. Yes, it is hot, and I don't like it. Give me cold. With that said, though, even though I like the cold, I don't like feeling cold. So there is that difference. Feeling cold and enjoying the cold, those are two different things. And here's the thing about hot weather, warm hot weather, and cold weather. When it's cold, you can put on a jacket, drink something warm, like, you know, hot cocoa, put on some blankets, turn on the heater to, you know, make it cozy, make it comfortable. But in the hot weather, you cannot really run away from it. There's only so many pieces of clothing that you can take off to feel a little better, and then you are still going to melt down. So yeah, I don't like the heat, ironically. Okay, I don't know about the other fingers, but so far this one is turning out far better than the other ones. Hopefully everything on this hand here, on this finger should I say, is going to turn out better than the other ones. Alright, you know, dude, honestly, I can't wait until I am finally done drawing these vector lines. Like I always say, vectors are great. They're extremely handy for the later stages of art, the way I do it anyway. But it's so time consuming, it's so boring. And I can say this because I'm the one doing this. GCE, thank you so much for the host. Happy Sunday and welcome to the stream. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I can say this because I am the one doing this, and also I am the one who came up with this method. But working with vectors is my least favorite part of doing art. I love working with them when they are done, I just don't really like making them, if that makes any sense. Alright, let's add an anchor point over here, so I can delete this one and have this line be 0.5. That seems fine. I hope. Let's 0.5 this here. This hand is not going to turn out as good as I had hoped. And I will see if I can make this a little better when I am done doing the basics. But right off the bat, I'm gonna say I don't really have many high hopes for this hand. Not really. But I think an anchor point over here should be fine. Let's see. Oh, I gotta reduce the thickness of this line. There we go. Okay, the hairline thickness. Now let's curve this like this. I think I can leave that like that. It seems to be good enough. Yeah. Let's curve this one down here. Maybe. Hold on. Okay, I need to bring that anchor point up just a bit, and this one here needs to go down. Denise, why must you make me say something nice about Duisburg? Oh no. Ah, you're so mean. Oh man, I actually need to think. I actually gotta think hard about that. Well, first of all, let me think of things that I have already said so I don't repeat myself. So I have already said in past streams that it has a nice view of the ocean. I said that it used to be calm. Wait, did I say that? I don't know. You know that intersection? Okay, I think I got it. You know that intersection where the road from Brussels to Rotterdam crosses with Duisburg. So you know there's that bridge there where the Duisburg road goes underneath the bridge, and the road that goes from Brussels to Rotterdam goes above it, across the bridge. Okay, so yeah, the one thing good that I can say about that junction is that on the changes that Truckers MP has made to the map in that area, they have added some posters promoting American Truck Simulator. So that's a good thing about that place. I like that. So yeah. Hey, you asked about something good? That's something good in my book. Very good indeed. Alright, let's see this finger. Yeah, this hand looks very weird. I have now discovered that I really need to train my English. Training English is a very good thing, Gonzaga. I highly recommend it. And you know, the easiest way for you to train your English is to listen, read, and if you can, talk as much English as you possibly can. The more you are exposed to English, the quicker you learn it. And the most practice you gain. That's how I learned my English. Just pure practice. So much so that actually, it is no secret to anyone. Guys, I live in Brazil. I am Brazilian. I was born in Brazil. But if you look at my Windows PC here, for example, everything's in English, and it's been like that for many years now. So see here, I live in Brazil. I'm Brazilian, but hey, it says organized system properties, devices with removable storage. None of this is in Portuguese. Everything is in English. For one, well, the main reason is because I like it in English, obviously, and another one is that so I can keep practicing even when I'm not actually talking with anyone in English. So yeah, practice is key. And you know what they say, practice leads to perfection. And the same applies to language. The more you practice, the better you become at it. You're welcome, Gonzaga. Alright, let's see this. Okay, so that data is good. I don't need to pointify the end of this line over here because this part here, this whole section, is going to be hidden underneath Charizard's arm. What I am going to do here, however, is I'm just going to close these lines here so it will facilitate the coloring process later. Let's save before something messes up. Come on, be done saving. There we go. Best way to get used to a language is to get used to it first. Yep, and you can do that by practicing it. Another good thing that you can do, another great thing actually that you can do to practice language or any other language, be it Italian, English, Japanese, whatever you are trying to get good at, is to not only expose yourself as much to that language as possible through, reading, actual talking, listening to other people talk it, but also watching movies and TV shows that you watch it in that language. Have the characters, the actors, be talking that language. Like for example, if you are trying to practice English, watch American movies or even British movies for that matter, but in English, not the dubbed versions. And of course, while you're still in the practice stage, watch it with subtitles so you can actually relate what the audio says with what the text in your own language is saying. So you hear a character saying something and you in one language, in English, for example, and then you read the subtitle with the translation of what they are saying, so you have an idea of what each of the words the actor is saying actually mean, if that makes any sense. Eventually you'll come to a point where you are going to be able to watch everything without subtitles anymore, and you just understand. I am glad to say, I am glad that I am at that stage already. I can watch pretty much anything in English without subtitles, and I will understand I'm not gonna say 100% of it, because sometimes there might be some word that is kind of garbled or has a very heavy accent that I might miss, but usually 98 to 99% of everything that I watch in English, I am able to fully understand what they are saying, and that is awesome. And another thing, music. Listen to a lot of music in the language that you are trying to understand, to learn and practice. And at least on the first couple of years, or until you get to the point where you can understand things without a need for translation, one thing you can do is listen to the music and not necessarily sing it, but read along. As the music plays, you read a translation of the lyrics, and if you can, you also have the original lyrics for that song. Yes, reviewing, watching several movies and learning pronunciations and writings is helping a lot. Yes, exactly, Gonzaga. That is really helpful. And just to exemplify what I'm talking about music, give me just a moment here. What am I looking for? Alright, this folder here. Letras. So, let me pick here something. I think this one has been translated. I think I have translated the lyrics for this one here. Let me see. Oh yes, here's an example of what I'm talking about lyrics. So there's this song by Aviators called Building Better Worlds. I love this song. I'm just not going to play it on the stream here now to give you an even better example because this is copyrighted. But look it up on YouTube. It's an awesome song. So the original obviously is in English. So one thing you can do with a song you like and to practice, you find the lyrics for that song and the translation. So here we have this song in English, the lyrics in English, and the translation in Portuguese over here, for example. So while the music plays, you can read the lyrics in Portuguese to associate with what the singer is saying in the song, and do the same thing with the original lyrics. So then you know what means what. So for example, when the darkness closed in all around, would translate to quando a escuridão nos cercou por todos os lados. So with enough practice, you just hear this and you know, oh hey, this means that. And you know, it helps a lot. Trust me, it helps a buttload. But yeah, that's how I did anyway, and I mean, it worked for me. Alright, let's get back to these fingers. Before I decide to give these fingers the finger, if you know what I mean. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that helped. This hand is almost good. I think I just need to fix this finger here. And you see there's too much of a curve over here. Let's see if I can reduce that a bit without having the thing go over there. Actually, I think I did it. That thumb, however, that thumb is looking very weird. Very, very weird. Let's see if doing this helps. Not by much. Let's move that there and this here. Yeah, this thumb is a very weird thumb. Then again, there are people in the world who have very weird thumbs. Oh my god! Talk about weird thumbs, eh? Right, let's do an anchor point here, and no, let's not delete that one. Not without making another one here first. And yeah, that thumb still looks very weird. How can I fix this thumb? Okay, not by doing that. Maybe if I do this and let's delete that anchor point and this anchor point and move this one down. I accidentally created a new one here. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, leave it like that. Well, it's not great, but it's definitely better, or less bad. I suppose I could say as well. Let me try and do this. Alright, that actually worked. Just gotta get rid of this little gap over here. Now that should be very easy. Just create a line like this. I'm gonna make it blue for contrast, so I can actually see what I am doing. Alright, let's have this here. Let's stretch this line over there. Curve it a bit. Bring this down and curve it a bit. Make it black. There we go. Now it's as if that gap has never been there. Excellent. Let me save. Remember to always save your progress, my friends. Whatever you're doing. I can't say that hand looks good. But hey, considering that the Charizard's arm is going to be covering this, that might be enough. And I actually really hope this is going to be enough. Okay. Let's group all of the lines for this human. But before I go any further, let me do a quick check here to see if there's anything in need of repairs, adjustments, tweaks, or whatever. Yeah, Photoshop is great. That's actually what I use to coloring and shading and doing effects. Right now I am working with CorelDRAW because that's what I use for vector lines, but once I am done drawing all of these vector lines, I'm going to transfer all of these over to Photoshop, and then I'm going to color everything there. Because the way I work is I draw the sketches on MS Paint, so you can see that's why all of this is pixelated, and then I bring that sketch to CorelDRAW, where I then use vector lines to draw the final line art over the sketch lines, which is what I'm doing here right now. And once all of this is done, I send all of this over to Photoshop, where then I color and shade and do the effects and, you know, the actual final picture. Okay, so that seems to be good. Let me save, and I'm going to keep it like that. I'm not going to touch that now. I will have to come back to this thing later, but for the moment, let's save this with a different name so I can have a backup of this stage of the progress. So let's name the next file Alpha 2. Yep. Now I can delete this. There we go. Now I can see Charizard's line art back. I am going to, however, what am I going to do here? Ideally, I would need to change the color of Charizard's lines to something else. The problem... Is there a problem? Hold on. Okay, maybe there isn't a problem. What I was thinking here is if there was any lines that I made the outline transparent. So like for example, this over here, this black thing could just be the inside of a line instead of the actual outline. But it looks like I didn't do that actually. So that is good. I am going to have these lines be this shade of blue, because if I use gray like I usually do, I'm gonna get confused, because I gray out the lines to establish what I have already finished and I'm not going to touch again. But since I am going to touch these lines again, better have them a different color. Now the reason why I made these lines a different color is because, well, first I'm going to come back to this later, but right now what I need to do is I need to draw Charizard's arms. So to not mix the new lines that I am about to draw with lines that I have already drawn. So to not mix them up, I am changing some colors around, so you know, I know what is what. So like for example, the human over here, I'm gonna have him be this shade of green. It's kind of bluish, really. But anyway, and Charizard himself be that light shade of blue. So now I can draw black lines here without having to worry about mixing them up with, you know, some other lines that I have previously drawn. And the reason for that is because I will need to delete some chunks of lines that I have drawn previously. So for example, this line going here, see where I'm running the cursor across? I'm gonna have to delete this chunk of line, this chunk here of the human's arm, also this chunk here of the human's body, this other chunk over here of that line on Charizard's body. So yeah, all of this to not get myself confused. And I know it might not look, yeah, what I'm trying to say. It might not look like it makes much sense, but in the end, when all is done, believe me, it will make sense. Alright, so for this part of Charizard's arm, I am actually going to use multiple lines, so I don't have to pointify them later. And I hope this is going to be sufficient, because I have done this before, and in the end I had to just erase all of that and use a single line to pointify later, simply because I could not get the end point working properly. Alright, that seems good. Let's curve this here. There we go. Now, what do I want to do here next? I'm going to create a couple anchor points over here. One there, and another one here. And this section here seems good, so I'm going to create a couple anchor points here, because I don't want this to change. And what I want to do here is I need to eliminate these corners that you can see here, and for that I'm going to just delete these anchor points over here, so the lines are going to curve themselves into place, and hopefully that is going to look good. And the other one, yeah, that's perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. Make it black. Now in terms of the thickness, this is a bit too thick. It's not as, yeah, this needs to be less thick. Oh my god, that's not what I meant to do. Now this is multiple lines. I'm doing this in a way to make it look like it is just one single line, but I do need to make it, you know, make it look like it is the same thickness as these lines here, as close as possible. Obviously, I'm not going to manage to make it the exact same thickness, but it needs to be as close as possible. So yeah, and I think I am actually doing it. Let's bring this anchor point. Oh my god, that's a mess. Let's bring this anchor point over here. Alright, yes, that works. Excellent. I'm not going to do this line here now. I should probably work on this hand here first. Can I even say Charizard has hands? Or paws? Whatever this limb is. Anyway. For this, I'm going to use one single line, and then I'm going to pointify. And for those of you who are not familiar with the term pointify or pointification, you might be wondering, what the heck is he saying? That is not a word. Well, it is on my streams. And the pointification, as I call process, is when I draw one single line like this, and you see it ends on a flat over here. And what I call pointification is the process of making it pointy like this. So I turn a flat line, the end of a flat line, into a pointy line. You see what I mean as soon as I make it. And I know it doesn't make much sense right now, but it is going to make sense when I do it with this line here. So let's get started. Let's give this a shape. Remember, always start with the basics, and then move on to the more advanced details. So right now, what I need to do is I need to give Charizard's finger over here the basic shape it is supposed to have, and then I am going to work on the details. And once I have the details in place, then I can pointify that end of it. I'm gonna need an anchor point over here, because this needs to go there, like so. Yep. Let's create another anchor point here, and let's curve this line so we can actually draw Charizard's arm over here. There we go. Alright, so the basic shape is in place. Now let's tweak this so it actually looks good. Let's delete that, create this one. Okay, that seems good. I think I can delete this anchor point. No, I cannot delete that anchor point. Actually, that can stay like that, I think. Yeah, seems to be good. Let me draw one claw here first, and then I will move on to the rest. Also, I'm gonna need to delete a few bits of this claw in a few, but not immediately. There we go. Alright, so here we go, the pointification process. So I want this line here to end on a pointy thingy, majiggy. So let's turn this line blue, and let's create a new anchor point right here. And I'm going to draw a kind of a triangle of sorts. So let's have the second anchor point right there. Let's bring another one over there, and now let's meet with the first anchor point right there. Let's make this a hairline thickness, convert everything to curves, and now we need to curve this triangle of sorts in the same way as the original blue line is curved, or at least as close as possible to that. Alright? Now, let's bring this anchor point from the black line as close to the edge of the blue line as possible, so the black line and the blue line align as much as possible. Yep. And let's curve this a bit more. There we go. I need the black line to cover the blue line over here, but without having the corner of the black line over here poke out of the blue line. They must be as aligned as possible. That seems good. Alright. Let's keep this like that. Seems fine. Let's do the same thing with this over here. Okay, that actually seems quite fine actually. Yeah. And that is not poking out. Good. Now I need to remove, you see the original line is still showing here. I need to remove this. So I am going to add a little cut on the blue line somewhere around here, should be fine. let's break apart. And now if I delete this anchor point, blam, the blue line is gone. Let's make it black. Now let's make this triangle black as well. And voila! That line has been pointified, and everything seems to be just one single line. Visually speaking, you will not be able to tell this is not just one line. There's one line, there's multiple lines, but because they are so well merged together over here, it looks like just one line. So yeah, that's what I call pointification, or pointify something. Let me save. Awesome, I need to drink some water. It's very hot today. How hot it is? 32 degrees Celsius. That is 32 degrees Celsius outside. Inside, indoors, is just a little bit hotter. Okie dokie, let's see here. Now, for this finger, the second finger on Charizard's whatever limb this is, I think I can use just one single line and then pointify this in here and have just a corner over here, or is that what I want? Before I do this, let me draw this side of the arm first. Let's create an anchor point right here and go from there. So let's bring it down here. Let's have an anchor point there, because I'll probably need it right there. Let's see, one here for the elbow, and another one here, there. Now we are doing this finger, and let's end this line right here. Let's change the thickness to 5 pixels because that's, because that's what I have been using for Charizard. You know, thicker lines because he is a bigger boy. And now let's give his arm its basic shape. Go, you know what? I'm gonna create an anchor point right there. There we go. Perfect. Well, not perfect yet. I will come back to that in a moment. But for now, it is good. There we go, make that. This over here. Yes, I know there's a corner there. I'm gonna come back to that later and remove it. Oh my god, I'm trying so hard to drag this line up. But Quarter Draw is so precise with where you click to grab something that if you miss it by 1 pixel, you are going to miss the entire thing. And that is why I was doing this several times. There we go. So that worked. Let's do the same thing with this one, but bring it down and create an anchor point there because I think I might need it. Let's bring this over here and this one over there. Shape-wise, it looks weird, it looks wrong, but that is fine. Like I always say, basics first, and this is the basic for his arm. At least this section of his arm. Now it is a time to do the tweaks, adjustments and fixes and stuff. So let's add an anchor point right here so I can delete this one there. There we go. I accidentally created a new one. That's not what I meant to do. Delete that. That seems fine. Delete that as well. Yep, that seems good. Now let's get rid of this corner here. The way I'm gonna do that is I'm just going to delete this anchor point. But I need to have another one there for control. Just like that. Excellent. Delete this one. That seems fine. What happens if I delete this one? Yep, exactly what I thought. It breaks everything. Let's curve this up instead of deleting this anchor point. At least right now. I'm going to create one here. Let's see. Yes! That was actually a good idea. That worked. It was better. Let me see about this one here. Oh yes, much better. Now, let's curve this a bit more. Not... Wait, is that what I want? Hold on. I think so. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. Regardless, I'm going to keep it like that for now. Also, should turn on a light here because it is starting to get a bit dark. There we go, much better. I like to actually be able to see my keyboard. Even if it had backlights, I need light shining over my desk so I can see everything. I really cannot understand people who do everything in complete darkness with just the light of their screen and backlight of the keyboard, for people who have backlit keyboards. Dude, that is so bad for your eyes. But Mike, I have a backlit keyboard, so I can see the keys. Well, yeah, you can see the keys, but not anything else. Your eyes, really. When you are working, when you're doing anything in a dark environment, like if you're reading, for example, I don't know, reading a book maybe with, in a poorly lit place, or when you're trying to see your keyboard, even if it has backlight. When you're trying to type on the keyboard, your eyes are actually having to put extra strength. You're actually making your eyes work extra hard to better see what you're doing because it is so dark. So yeah, do your eyes a favor and have a light, an actual light shining on your desk when you're doing anything. Even if you are just gaming, have a light shining so your eyes are going to last longer and you're not going to need glasses so soon. Believe me. I thankfully don't need glasses, but that is what's going to happen if you don't take good care of your eyes. Matt, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. You came in just in time to see me draw Charizard's hand, paw, claw, whatever this is. And also ramble about eye health. Alright, let's do this with a single line, and I'm just going to pointify everything. That should work. Alright, let's create an anchor point right here. That is very good to know, Matt. Let's curve it like that. Curve this here. So yeah, guys, have a light. Don't work in the dark. You are not moles after all. Only moles work in the dark. There we go. Okay, so for the basic shape of this finger, I think that is good. Let's tweak this. Let's leave that. I'm going to create a new anchor point here because I want to delete this one. I need another one here before I delete that. There we go, yes. Create one there and delete this one. And yes, that works. So now remember what I said about this claw over here? Let's erase a bit of it. See this part here poking inside of that finger? This is not supposed to be visible. So let's create one anchor point right there and another one right here and break it apart so I can actually cut. I'm going to cut Charizard's nail or claw. Here we go, delete that, delete that. It is, Matt, it is, but because it takes so much time, I cannot help but find it boring. It's actually I believe I have said this before. It is my least favorite part of doing art, at least in the way that I make it. Alright, let's draw this claw here. Give me a 5 pixels thickness. What most satisfying about vectors is when you finish them, really, because then you see all of those lines placed in order. They're just in place. They're as perfect as you could make them, and they just look neat. So yeah, and what's even more satisfying is when we move on to the coloring process, because these lines, these vector lines, they make the coloring and shading process so much easier. So much easier. Alright, so that is good. Let me draw. Oh yeah, there's gotta draw this claw here. Let's do that. Real quick. There we go, convert to curve. And let's curve it. There we go. Anchor point here. And anchor point there. And blammo. No problem, Matt. Alright, let's make now. I gotta pointify this end over here and this end over here. So, blue line. And let's make a couple anchor points. Well, more than a couple, but you know what I mean. Alright, let's bring this over. Actually, yeah, let's bring this over here. And this one over here, I think. No, my brain's telling me I should put this anchor point over there. I don't know why. Hairline thickness. And curve it like this. Yes. Curve this one here as well. Yes. Ah, that's why my brain told me that I should put this anchor point over there. Because I would need to curve this up. Ah, my brain is smarter than me. Oh, okay, good. Thank you, brain. All right. Curve this down. That seems good. Let's bring this here down. That was way too down. Okay, that seems a little better. Curve this up just a bit. I said a bit. And why won't you just do what the brain tells you? Come on. Okay, that seems fine. Let's cut. Ah, that anchor point is on the exact place I need it. So I just need to delete this one. There we go. That's been cut. Perfect. And oh no. Oh no. There's teeny tiny part of the black line poking out, as well as the blue line poking out over there. The blue line poking out over here is not really a problem, but the black line poking out over there, that is a problem. It is barely noticeable, I admit, but just me knowing it is there, that is enough for me to consider this a fader. Let's see, bring this down a bit. Yeah, 2 down. Up just a bit. Okay, there we go. Now that's better. Keep it this way. Make it black. And now let's pointify this or this end over here. There. Put that there. And connect with that one there. Hairline thickness. Let's convert to curve. And curve that. Curve this. I think I will need an anchor point here in the middle. Yeah. I might actually have to delete that anchor point I have just created there, but while I place the basic shapes in place, I'm gonna keep it there. Then once I have the basics in place, then I'll see about deleting that if it comes to that. Let's see. Let's curve this a bit like so. Yeah, that seems good. Now give me this anchor point because I need that rod. Let's bring that up a bit. Okay, well now let's bring this anchor point closer to the edge. That was actually perfect. First try, awesome. And bring this one down, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, let's delete this. And I think this is good actually. Where can I add the cut on the blue line? Let's see, I don't think the blue line is poking out there or here, so here should be the perfect spot for the cut. And there you go. That was the sound of a scissor. There we go, make this black. And voila! Charizard's hand or paw. I'm just gonna call this paw. This paw is done. Although this seems a little too thin over here. Ah, it's fine. No big deal. Let's save. While it saves, I'm gonna drink some water. I'm thirsty. Yeah, excuse me. Alright. Now remember that line I said that I wasn't going to touch yet? Let's touch it now. I'm going to use multiple lines for this one. And goes there. There. And there. Now because I am using multiple lines to create one single line, I am going to use a hairline thickness because this makes things easier. Hold on. This is the part that is supposed to be down here. There we go. And this one is the one that goes above. Like that. Nice. Curve like that. Now, I need a little less thickness here. So, let's bring this line further up. Like that. And same thing with this one here. Now, I hope this isn't too thin. And actually, let's make this blue, all blue. Yeah, this is fine. Let's make it black. Because this line is supposed to be over this claw, and it just goes inside the line art, so no problem there. Okay, so that is fine. Now for this part of the arm, I'm going to use one single line and then pointify this part over here. So let's do this anchor point there. And let's have an anchor point right here. Curve it around the elbow and end over there. Nice sereno. Let's give this a shape. Place that there. There we go, that's good. Let's have this here with an anchor point because I think I am going to need it. I will likely need to delete this anchor point and this one very soon. Let's see here. Now this is supposed to curve like that and this like this. Yeah, that's great. Oh, but Mike, now you have a corner over there. I know. I'm gonna delete that in a moment. So yeah, let's delete these anchor points, like I said I would need. And I don't necessarily need to delete this one, but I'm gonna anyway. Ah, that's perfect. Excellent. Alright, let's get rid of this corner here. And the way to do that is creating an anchor point up there and one here. And I'll just delete this one. Yeah. Ah, there we go. That's much better. What happens if I delete this one? It breaks. Let's not do that. Okie dokie. Let's pointify this now. Go. It's here. Put that there. Yeah, that there seems good. By the way, oh, I forgot to change the thickness. By the way, would you believe that last night, it was already late in the night. Well, it became late in the night anyway. I spent, I was gonna say 3 hours, but no. I finished by 3 something in the morning. Would you believe that I spent just over 7 hours last night playing just SimCity 2000 and SimCopter? I don't know why, but I was having so much fun playing those games last night. And turns out SimCity 2000, on top of being fun obviously, but SimCity 2000 and SimCopter, they are actually quite relaxing games, which is good because I actually was in need of relaxation. Maybe that is why I spent 7 hours playing them. And actually I managed to make a lot of progress. So there's this city that I have been building for a while on SimCity 2000 called Dunderton, and I managed to make some good progress on it. I finally managed to stabilize the RCI indicators, you know, those bars that indicate how well the residential zones, commercial zones, and industrial zones are doing. And I finally managed to balance that, so all 3 indicators were doing very well for the most part. The budget was on a net positive, so that is great. I managed to expand the city a little bit, and yeah, the city was doing very well. So when I finished doing that, also I completely reworked the entire plumbing system of the city, because the original system was a mess and very inefficient. So I completely reworked that, made all the pipes run underneath the streets, so perfect distribution. I did need to add a few more water pumps around town. Um, but yeah, the city is far better now. So I went on. I finished that and I went on to play with the modifications that I have made to the city. I went on to play SimCity. I mean SimCopter, because SimCopter can load SimCity 2000 cities for you to fly around in, and that is actually really fun. It is very fun to fly around the city you have built on SimCity. So I played on Dunderton on SimCopter for a while. I found a few things that needed some improvement on the city, so I went back to SimCity 2000 to make those fixes. And then I went back to SimCopter to try them out, and it was great. And then I remembered SimCity 2000 apparently can load SimCity Classic, you know, SimCity 1, SimCity Classic cities. So I decided to try that. And I have the city that I was working on, mostly just to kill some time. It was a very creatively named town. So it was the town of town. So I loaded that on SimCity 2000 and it worked. It loaded, it converted the city. But because SimCity does not have geography elevation, it is a completely flat terrain, which is fine. But yeah, absolutely no elevation at all. And SimCity 2000 introduces plumbing systems. So for a zone to properly develop, you need to have it to have it supplied with water. So you gotta run some pipes around and have water pumps and water towers. Although the water towers are not necessarily needed, I think. Doesn't seem to be the case. But in any case, I actually barely put any on town. So yeah, then when I loaded the city there, I had to spend, I think, about 15 to 20 minutes laying down some pipes underneath the city, so the city would actually have a water supply. And when everything was done, also I needed to redo a few bits of street and rails because they kind of barked for some reason. And speaking of barking, what is going on here with this? Okay, I know. So they barked, so I needed to redo them to fix, which it was an easy fix. So I spent some little time doing that, and when everything was done, all of this was I was doing all of this while the simulation was paused, obviously. So when all of that was done, I enabled the fastest speed for the simulation, and everything went south. Because though I had the budget for that city in check on SimCity 2000, because it also adds some new services, it wasn't enough, so I needed to rebalance the budget. So I had to spend, I think, at least 2 to 3 hours trying to get the budget in place, because the budget was on a net negative. The residential zone was doing fine, but commercial and industrial was all the way down the bottom of the indicator. They were doing very poorly. There were so many abandoned buildings everywhere, and it was chaos. So I had to first. I needed to cut a lot of budget to some services, just enough that they would remain operational, but while saving as much money as possible. So I had to cut from education, hospitals, fire departments, the police department. Also, I play with disasters disabled. So, oh, but Mike, that is kind of cheating. You are not playing the game the way you're supposed to play it. Well, cities don't have earthquakes all the time. Cities don't have monsters invading them all the time in real life. Cities don't have tornadoes all the time. At least the cities where, in the area I live anyway. Actually, most cities in Brazil don't have tornadoes. Brazil do not have tornadoes. Brazil does not have earthquakes. Brazil definitely does not have any kaijus invading the city. So yeah, I play with disasters disabled to kind of simulate that sort of city. So yeah, so the budget was still on a net negative. So the way I was trying to fix it was cut some budget, resume simulation, see how it goes. Oh, it is still losing money. Pause the simulation. Let's readjust. And also, I had to create. Actually, I had to invest a lot on new industries for the city to to get the industry indicator up. So I would zone more industrial zones, resume the simulation, see if that would develop and if the indicator would go up as well as the budget. And then I realized that, hey, I think I need to add a few more houses over here, so the people who are supposed to work on these new industries, they can get to it more quickly. And that actually worked. If I added some houses near some industries, the industries would develop as well as the houses. But they will only develop to a certain point. And also, I think I have finished Charizard's arms. I believe it is time that I cut some of Charizard's body in here. Also the human. So I'm going to save a backup of the progress. So yeah, they will only develop as so much. And then I realized, hey, what happened if I add some commercial zones near this area? So I added some commercial zones to that area, and lo and behold, that actually was the key. Residential, industrial, and the commercial zones near each other over there, they flourished. So I kept doing that. I added a bunch more residential zones, commercial zones, industrial zones. I tried to keep them as separate as possible, so because pollution and such. And well, bottom line is, after hours of playing there and expanding the city, heavily investing on the city, I got the budget in order, on a net positive, making a lot of money. The RCI indicators were all the way up and stay there. Some small fluctuations, but they were all there. And then I decided, hey, I actually like the way the city has turned out. Actually, the city has grown so much that the military offered to have a base in the city, and apparently that also helps bring more money for the city. So, heck yeah! So gladly they put their base away from the urban area, because apparently that also can bring problems to the city. So yeah, I need to cut some pieces of these blue lines, but apparently they are grouped, so I need to ungroup everything. So yeah, and then I decided, hey, I like this city. This looks good. I'm gonna play this city on Simcopter. So then I spent some more hours playing that city on Simcopter. And then while playing, I noticed a few more problems with not the terrain, but some streets and rails, because they were still borked. So I went back on SimCity to fix that, and then back to Simcopter to experiment with the fixes. And it was awesome. It was really awesome. Also, another thing that I had to fix was the name of the city, because I can delete this whole thing here. Awesome. This here is not as awesome because SimCity 2000 not just imported the city from SimCity, it also converted the file, the actual file. And the way it did that is, well, SimCity files are named, the city files are named with the name of the city dot the extension. What is the extension SimCity uses? CYT, yeah, .cyt for city, I believe. So the original city file for that city was called town.cyt, and when SimCity 2000 converted that, so it could, oh, what am I doing here? I don't need to do this. This whole thing here needs to be cut away. So when SimCity 2000 converted that, so it could use the file, it not just converted the file, it actually, on top of adding its own extension to the file, it kept the original name and extension on the original file. So in the end it was named town dot, oh my goodness, I gotta do a lot of cuts here, town.cyt.sc2, which is the extension for the SimCity 2000 files. That in itself is not bad, it wasn't a problem, but that name has carried over into the game, inside the game. So all the screens inside the game while playing the city on SimCity would have the city name as town.cyt.sc2. So like some bulletin would say town.cyt.sc2's mayor, you know, and that was just ridiculous. Thankfully, however, SimCity 2000 allows you to change the name of the cities by simply changing the name of the actual file itself. So I closed the city and renamed the file to Mifflinton. Mifflinton? Yes, Mifflinton. Like spelled like this. Mifflinton. So now I have a, and that actually worked. So now I have a city called Dunderton and Mifflinton, and I love it. Now you might be wondering, Mike, what the heck are those names? Well, those are a reference to Dunder Mifflin from The Office, of course. Reduce the, oh my god. So yeah, you know the company in the show The Office, Dunder Mifflin, like that. So Dunderton, the name of one of the cities, is a reference to Dunder, while Mifflinton, there's no G here, Mifflinton is obviously a reference to Mifflin. So Dunderton, Mifflinton, Dunder Mifflin. Yeah, I know it's silly, but I like the show, so don't blame me. It is a very fun show, very funny. Alright, this line needs to be a little thicker. Let me try to. I'm gonna need to add another line. Or actually, no. Let's make this a hairline thickness. Bring this up there, like that. And bring this over here, like that as well. Yes. Yeah. There. Now, let's bring this down here. And this, like that. There we go. That should work. Make this black, make that black, and make this black. There we go. Interestingly, however, when I play Dunderton on Simcopter, most of the missions that I have to do in the game with my helicopter is fires, What else? Riots, fires, riots, rescues, and what else? Yeah, fire, rescues, and riots. That's pretty much all the missions, most of the missions that I need to do on Dunderton. I have never had to do any burglary, burglary. Bleh. I had never to deal with any criminals on Dunderton. On Mifflintown, however, when I played that on Simcopter, crimes is the most, the majority of the missions that I have to do in the game. I have yet to have any fires. There are some arsonists that can set stuff on fire, but I only had that once, and those technically qualify just as criminals instead. So you know, you gotta call the police on them, find them, and then call the police for them. Let's break this apart. Here we go. And I found that very interesting because at first I thought, hey, does the police distribution, you know, police department's distribution actually matters in terms of what missions Simcopter is going to generate for the player? Because the missions are random. And because I thought, hey, I believe I do have enough police stations spread across the city. And I do. So I don't really know what really dictates that. Still, quite interesting. And those missions are actually quite fun. There are some that you gotta chase down a criminal who is trying to escape in a car. So you gotta actually fly, chase the car, and call the police for the car. So the police cars will drive to your location in the helicopter, but they will be driving. And when they get there, then they stop the car that you are chasing, and then the criminal will get off the car and try to flee on foot. It's actually really fun. I really like it. I just wonder why I never had any of those missions on Dunderton. Very curious. Just to test my theory, I might someday, well, first make a copy of Dunderton, or maybe not even do that, but just remove a bunch of police stations to reduce the police force and effectiveness, or maybe all of them, and then load it on Simcopter to see if that actually is going to generate crime missions or not. Because I don't know, if it does, then Dunderton really does have an amazing police coverage. If not, then I don't know what it is. I'm not complaining, obviously. I'm just curious to know why. Why it is that way. Alright, let's add another line over here to eliminate that gap. Let's bring this over here. Oh, this song is beautiful. Regrets the art of passing time. No one forgets spent nights of chasing days. Eternal rest to this being erased. It is seldom seen this world now. It is welcome, universe and doubt. It is seen only from eyes of thine. Is it free? 'Tis only by right. Remembrance, part of every life. Regrets the art of passing time. No one forgets spent nights of chasing days. eternal rest to witness spirits, to witness spirits. It is contrast willing to know my fate in its longest lingering while to wait. I can see memory taking toes. I'm not ready to let them go. So you might be wondering, what am I doing here right now? So you saw what I did here with the blue lines going inside Charizard's arms. I deleted them. I'm doing now the same thing for these greenish lines that belong to the human, because these are not supposed to be showing underneath Charizard's arms, so I need to remove them. So what I am doing here exactly is I am creating some anchor points inside the black line, however on the green line, and I'm going to use these as cut points to cut and delete the lines that are inside Charizard's arm over there. Break apart. This here should be fine. There are some lines there, however, that are going to require a few fixes after I delete a piece of them, because they are multiple lines. As an example, this one right here. Actually, I don't need to do that with this one. There we go, perfect. Now this one here is probably going to need it. Not necessarily. You can just that's a problem. Gotta do this here. Alright, now if we just move these inside there and have these go here like so. Perfect. Now let's delete this and this. Nice. Delete that. That. I was talking so much about the thumb, how much trouble I was having drawing it and how bad it was looking like so far, and just like that it is gone. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. What am I doing? Okay, I got it. There we go. Now this makes sense. There we go. Alright, so that piece of the human's arm is gone. Well, it's gone from sight, not from his body. Well, technically it is gone from his body, but still. What matters is that we cannot see it. Which is exactly what is intended. Delete that. Now I promise you what I am doing here is going to make a lot of sense soon as I am done doing it. Part. And there we go, delete that. Oh, actually all of this needs to be deleted. What am I doing? It is this part here that does not require deletion. There we go. Nice. Now over here, create an anchor point over there, and another one over here. Break it apart. And gotta select the correct anchor point. There we go. Now that is right. Now this here. Anchor point there, anchor point here. Do whatever this is. And delete that anchor point. Now bring this over there. Now let's have this be hidden away inside the black line. There we go. Excellent. Ah, here's some more of the blue lines on Charizard. Let's see. Cut over there. Cut over here. Uh-oh. What did I just do? Undo. Undo whatever it is that I have done. Reverse subpath. I have no idea what that does. Let's see. Delete this. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, that is one of the reasons why I like reusing vectors. It makes it a lot easier to get the final line art done correctly. The only problem is actually making it, because, again, it is very time consuming. Okay, this here should be fine. Let's put this there. This over here. Now this thing here that I am doing right now, not done, is just so I can hide the gap that I have created upon deleting a piece of Charizard's line art over here. This needs to go there a little more. And curve a little less over here. Now it needs to be closer to the edge of the blue line. Okay, that seems to work. Yeah, as soon as I finish doing this, the only thing that is going to be left to do on Charizard, not this whole picture really, at least on the vectorization process stage, is do Charizard's leg, tail, and wings. Oh god, I still gotta do Charizard's wings. I should probably go and do his wings first, because the leg and the tail should be the easiest part. The tail is definitely going to be the easiest and the least time consuming. Oh my god, why can't I select the correct anchor? There we go. Alright, let's see. Yes, look at that. Excellent. Now let me select all of this, make it all black. Oh, hold on. I see a thingy over here that I missed. Right here. Gotta put this over here. Oh. There we go. Yes. Bring that there, bring this one here. Now let's make all of this black. Yes, there we go. Voila. Let me move the sketch away so we can... What the heck? So we can see the line art so far. Aha, yes, there we go. That is exactly what I intended. Exactly what I intended. Perfect. Nice. Very clean lines. Awesome. This here, however, I feel like this line should be pointing towards this over here. Let me see if I can do that real quick. I moved the wrong rod. A little less thickness, please. Ah, yes. That looks better. Nice. Let's save. Oof, okay. I'm gonna stretch a bit and drink some water. Oh, I just remembered something. Hold on a sec. Wait a moment. I forgot my other the Pentium 4 computer on. Huh. Why are there stripes on the screen? What the heck did I do? Wait. Huh. That's weird. I was expecting that the other computer would show here on the capture. Unless I... now I remember now why I left that thing on. Okay. I left it on just in case someone requests a song. Alright. I'm curious though. Oh, wait. I thought I had it hooked for capture. Wait a second. That isn't working. Should this be working? I am so confused right now. Wait. Oh well, whatever. I'm not going to be capturing footage from that computer now anyway, so doesn't matter that it isn't showing, although it should be showing. Anyway, let's go back to this. Wait. Alright, it is not showing for some reason. Whatever, doesn't matter. That's not the point now. Let's go back to this. You know, Charizard's body plus the human is ready to be exported as a PNG file, so it can then later be imported into Photoshop. Let's do that. As soon as CorelDRAW decides to respond, because my computer is being old. Yeah. Come on, just respond already. There we go. High five, I know you are old, but come on. Cooperate with me here. Okay, so this is all that I want to be displayed here right now. So let's export. Let's call this I'm gonna call this characters. What am I typing? Characters. Characters body line art. Yeah, characters body line art. Characters body line art. .500 resolution, correct, and okay. Now press Ctrl Z once to undo and bring back the sketch. Let me group all of this together and make it gray. Because now that I have exported this, having it gray makes me be sure that I have finished this, and at the same time I am not going to confuse these lines with any other new line that I am about to draw. And let's see the exported file. Excellent. Now yes, this is just one section of the character, specifically Charizard. But this is going to be one layer. His wings are going to be on a different layer, as well as his tail and the other leg that goes over here. This is all going to make sense when I have all the layers and put them on Photoshop. Alright, let's see, what am I going to do first? I think I'm gonna do his left wing. For this, I'm going to use multiple lines. Ah, frick. There. That's what I wanted. Let's go up. Here we go. Hairline thickness. And now let's do a little curving. Let's see. This curves like this. And this one down here curves this way. Yeah, this can be a little better. A little bit better. I'm going to move the whole thing down a bit. Not good. I mean, it is good-ish. The problem is that this line is going way too far up there. It is not supposed to be that far up. How can I fix this more properly? Let's bring the anchor point down as a whole. And do a little changing here. We just went back up. Although now it is actually better now. It could be worse. Alright, let's consider this one done. For this one here, I'm gonna need multiple lines as well. Well, not really. Let me start down here. I'm going to use one single line for this bit and end it right there. 5 pixels thickness. Let me scratch my ear first. Alright. And did I convert the curve already? Yes. Let's add an anchor point right there. And now let's do the shape for this thing here. Whatever this part of the wing is called. Alright, this needs to go down a bit. Yeah. No, don't do that. Now you can do that. Well, no, don't do that. Actually, let's delete this. Alright, that looks good. Anchor point here, anchor point there, and delete this one. And now that one. And this one. Nah, undo. Let's delete this one instead. Yeah, that works. It's fine. There is a gap here, and the black line is poking out over there. Gotta change this, so let's bring this over there. And yes, I'm going to deal with this gap here now. I thought about dealing with this later, but nah, let's deal with it now. 2 pixels thickness. Curve like this. Well, there's still a gap there, but you just do this. Perfect. Just a patch. Right. Now. This here can have just one single line. No problem. 5, that's 8 pixels thickness. I need 5 pixels. There we go. Yes. Now this one here, can I use just one single line without the need to then apply a patch to close a gap or something? Let's see, because the alternative will be to either do the patch thing or use multiple lines. And oops. And I don't want to do it either. Curve. Did I accidentally move something? No. Let's see. Bring this up. A little more, a little less. It just almost does it. Heck. I will have to do top light patch. Hecking heck. Well, could be worse. Almost. Messed up there. Alright, yeah, this does it. This works. Let's see. Alright, so that's done. I can make this black again. I can actually carry on from these lines here. So let's grab that anchor point. Let's add one here. And go down here. Yes. And back up through here. And end over there. Nice. These are not together, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Now the nice thing here is that this here, I don't need to delete it because this is going to be another layer that is going to be beneath Charizard's layer. Dang it. Convert to curve, there we go. Wait, did I select all of this to convert to curve? Okay, I did. So yeah, the layer itself is going to hide that. This section here, however, is actually exposed, so it must remain visible. I mean, it needs to have the actual shape it is supposed to have, because this is going to be visible. That's what I mean. Let's bring this anchor point up a bit. There we go. So that part of that wing is done. And it just occurred to me, I can make this wing, both of these wings actually, be in completely separate layers, so 2 layers for each wing. That will actually help me greatly when shading, because then I can, like the right wing here for example, I can apply shading to just this out at the back side of the wing. Like I can add a lot of light up here for example, while keeping the inner side dark if I wanted. If I have the entire thing be on the same layer, I will not be able to do that as easily. But I have already drawn this line here. Okay, let's leave that blue like that here. Actually, if I'm going to make this on a separate layer, then I can go ahead and do this. Yeah. And also, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna draw this part here of the wing first, then export that, and then finish this side here. Let's see. This can go like so, this way, and attach to that, just like that. Again, this is going to be hidden away by the layer itself once it is done, and export it to Photoshop. Now, for this here, I'm going to use multiple lines. Let's see, here we go. Hairline thickness. Go. Oh, not like that. That is what I want. Oh my god, I hate it when I misclick something and accidentally deselect what I need to have selected. There we go. This is what I want. This is what I want. Yeah, now that can go up there. Nice. Perfect. Maybe a little too thick, but that aside, this is actually perfect. Let's try and make this a little less thick. Yeah, it's excellent. Now let's use multiple lines for this one here as well. And there. Let me make this blue so I can see. Right in here. And go back down there. And make it black. Now let's convert this to curve and effectively curve it. Okay, this might be a little too thick up here. And not thick enough down here. There we go, that's better. Oh yes, thickness is good. That thickness is good, I mean. Now just one more line here and I should be able to finish this part of this wing. Now these lines that I am drawing, these are supposed to give this wing a little more shape and, you know, define its anatomy a little more, make it more visible. And at the same time, they also serve as some sort of guideline for shading and lighting for when I am working with this on Photoshop. Alright, that anchor point is going way too far. Let's create an anchor point here, one there, and delete this one. And let's do the same thing down here, so I can remove these squares. Let's put that there. Now I am going to need an anchor point here in the middle. Ironically, delete that and that. Excellent. Let's make this black. Excellent. That works. Perfect. Let's save. Now I'm going to export just this section of the wing that is in black. But to do that, without having the other stuff showing, I'm going to delete everything. Everything that isn't that part of the wing. There we go, now I have just that. So let's export just that. I'm going to call this Charizard. I almost typed right wing, but no, that's the left wing. Left wing. Backside. Left wing back. Liners. Yeah. It's kind of a cold language, so I know what exactly it is. Alright. Now Control Z to bring everything back. Right. And let me select just this blue here and group it, because what I actually want is to group the black part here. But since there's some straight lines there, if I just select it like this, it would select the part that is in blue as well. And I don't want that. So let's make this gray. Yep, that's the shade of gray I want. Now I can ungroup the blue. This test, yep, correct. Now, let's close that down here. There we go. Yeah, I can use that line thickness, no problem. Now let's select the entirety of the blue line as well as this black line I have just drawn. Let's make all of them black, group them together, save, and delete everything that isn't necessary. So that part of the wing goes away, the sketch, the body. Now I have that. Charizard left wing inside line art. Okay, and bring everything back. And this must become gray. Too dark. There we go. One lighter shade of gray. Okay, so his left wing is done. Let's draw his right wing. I'm going to begin with the inner part. I'm doing the layering now. Sort of. I am preparing the final line art to be used as separate layers. So Charizard himself, his body, and the human have already been exported as one thing. So let me show you. So this is just them, alright, Charizard's main body. No wing, no tail, no left leg over there. So this is going to be one layer. Where's his wings? Here. Here's one piece of Charizard's wing. This is going to be one layer. And the other piece is going to be another layer beneath this layer. So these two here is just one wing on separate layers. So like if I select, actually I can select these three files here. If I do this, you can kind of have an idea that this whole section of his body is all there. His body, the human, plus the left wing. So yeah, once I am done drawing all the line arts, and I'm going to get every single one of these files, and I'm gonna put them on Photoshop and bring them into one single file on Photoshop, one single PSD project, and I'm going to separate each one of these into separate layers. So yeah, this is the preparation for the layering process. Why is there a nail on my glass of water? Go away. This water is mine. Right. His right wing. I am going to begin with the inner part, which is this section here. So let's begin with this here. Let's add a corner there. And this line right there. Just like that. And let's continue from here. And do this. This is like the shoulder of the wing. Convert to curve. I accidentally made an anchor point there. And there. That seems good. Let's move these over here. That went way too far. There we go. Now, let's make an anchor point here and delete the one up here. So this curves. So I can easy this curve a bit. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Let's curve this because it is supposed to be curved. And I'm going to use a single line and then just pointify for the remaining of this. Should be a lot easier than to use multiple lines to draw this one line here that goes around. So this can end up there, go here, there, and back down here, and end right there. Let's change the thickness to 5 pixels and give this the shape it is supposed to have. Let's begin down here. Curve this like that. Down here. Ooh, that is pretty much perfect. Excellent. Let's put this here, plus an anchor point because I believe I am going to need that. And let's do this one here. Down. Yep. Yep. And there. That's good. That looks fine. Can I just delete this one? Yes, I can. Let's create one there. Delete this one. Nice. Let me make this one blue just to make sure. Okay, it is not poking out. Excellent. And yeah, would you look at that? It is looking great. Let's pointify this now. So let's begin with adding an anchor point right here. One there. Another one further down, although I don't think it is actually necessary to have it down there. Let's make this hairline thickness and give it a shape. Go over there a bit. Oh, I see. The problem here is that this anchor point needs to be closer to the edge, as close as possible. So yeah, the way I do this is I'm not just drawing the final line art with vectors. At the same time, I am also drawing separate layers. Well, it will become separate layers later on Photoshop. So first I draw a whole section, and if I believe that section should be one layer, then I just export that section before I move on and draw any more of the character or element or whatever thing I am drawing. It is a tedious process, I confess, I admit. This here needs to go down a bit, but the end result is something that it is really useful. Let's do a cut right there. Make this black. Perfect, that has been successfully pointified. Let's pointify this one here now. Let's put that there. This one here. And go back down so I can end that over there. The actual fun part is coloring. Coloring and shading. And effects, obviously. Pretty much everything that happens on Photoshop. At least to me, that is the most fun part of my art. So if I had to rank what I find to be the most fun on each stage of my art, I'd say that coloring and the shading and effects on Photoshop, that's my number one favorite, followed by actually drawing the sketch on Paint, and last and least the vectorization process on Corel. Again, it's not that this is bad, it's just that because it takes so long, it is boring, so not very interesting. And most of the time, especially for people watching, most of the time what you see on the screen is just this kind of stuff, some lines that apparently make no sense. So, and that is not very interesting, really. I actually have considered a few times to not stream the vectorization process of any picture. There we go, and I can make everything black, and voila, that section of the wing is done. Wonderful. Let's go down here, if I can select the tool that I need, and let's draw the membrane of his wing. There we go, like that. And let's bring this up. End it over there. And same thing over here. There. So this now is completely closed. This is going to be one section of his wing. One whole section, I should say, one whole layer of his wing. Curve this like that. And this one. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Now let me select these lines, because I am going to group them together. Alright, I'm checking here right now if everything is selected. Yep, it is. Control G to group all of that. Yep, there it is. Control S to save. And now let's delete everything. Oh wait, no. This is not ready. Control U to ungroup. I'm missing one line here. There. This line. Should I use 5 pixels thickness on this? I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. Okay, alright. Now I can select everything and group them together. There we go. Control G to group. Control S to save. Let's drag this over here. Yep, that is right. Now I can delete everything. Except that, obviously. There we go. Now by itself this looks very wrong and ugly, but once it is in place as a layer on Photoshop, it is going to make much sense. Charizard right wing inside line art. I did not capitalize the I on inside, did I? I didn't. There we go. Now let's undo all of this and make this gray because it is ready. One more section of the wing and then I can move on to his tail and leg. Let's see. Where do I begin with this? Maybe I should begin here and then pointify this end. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But first, a quick break because I need to use the bathroom. I will be right back. White and gray.
partaking of miracles as a lifelong given fact. I was born in the backseat of a caboose on a railroad track. Sister tells me I've been nothing but a burden on daddy's back.
And I am back. Right, let's do this wing. I said I was going to begin here, right? Alright, so let's begin here. Let's do one anchor point up there. And continue from there. Drop one right here. There. One there. Go all the way back down here. And end up here. There we go. Now let's change the thickness and give this a shape. Should probably begin with this side here. Alright, that seems good. Now I can curve this one here if I can click it. There we go. Curve this to that side a bit. Now, yes, this is a very pointy. That is not supposed to be like that. So let's work that out. A couple anchor points. And yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, that works. Let's see the rest now. Let's give this a shape. There we go, anchor points right there. Now let's delete. Okay, let's not delete that. Not without first creating a couple anchor points around it. There we go. I do need to delete this here. There we go. But without those anchor points I have created there, it would mess up everything else, just like it did. And let's do the same thing down here. So anchor point here, anchor point there, and delete this one. There we go. And now let's work this out. Anchor point right here. There we go. Anchor point there. So I can safely move this over here without messing up the wing up there. Yep, anchor point here. And now I can delete this one. That was just a control anchor point. Let's see. This can be a bit better. Yeah, I think that is a bit better. Right. Although this could be a little further down. Yeah, more like this. But now I have created a little corner there. And the corner is gone. Excellent. Alrighty. So that is done. I think I'm going to make this part here first before I do any pointification and detailing. So let's see here. Let's begin with an anchor point right there. let's go down slowly, because this doesn't go down any faster. A little more. More. Okay, I think this here. Wait, what is happening? I am too zoomed in. I'm not sure where I am supposed to drop the anchor point. I'm going to drop it here. Let me zoom out so I can actually see now. Ah, I'm supposed to drop that anchor point here. Alright, no problem. Let's move it over there. There we go. Let's have this one here. And now I can go down here. There we go. And this goes up here. Just like that. Wait, that line didn't attach to the original? Why? It was supposed to be attached. There we go. If I wanted it to not be attached by just clicking there, like I did there, it would attach. I assure you. Been there, done that. Literally. Alright, let's shape this. Now this doesn't require too many shapes, but they are there. They need to be there. Shape down here is more perceptible. There we go. Now let's prepare to delete those corners. Okay, delete that. Create one here and one there, and delete this one. Excellent. That should work. Now, what about this here? Definitely need to curve it like this. Ah, there we go. Right. So anchor point here, because we need to eliminate this corner here. Anchor point there. These need to be round. Like that. Just not as pointy like that. It's a little less. And it is extremely subtle, but I see a corner right here. You might not be able to notice it, but I do. There we go. That's better. Now let's draw this line here. There we go. 5 pixels thickness. Put that there. And bring this over here. Perfect. Excellent. I think, well, I'm going to save it first and drink water. I think I'm going to pointify these things before I move on any further. So let's see here. Line goes there. This can go there. And then over here. Hairline thickness. Convert to curve. There we go. Now let's curve down here as well. Yeah, that should work. Apart from this here. Wait. What am I saying? I can just do the cut right here. There. Oh no, wait. No, I messed up. This is supposed to be down here. Because this is supposed to curve up like this. Ah, shoot. Wrong rod. Yeah, there we go. This is what's supposed to happen. Yes. Now I can do the cut right. Oh my god. Right here. And delete that. Make this black. There we go. Now that is correct. Also, is the black line poking out? No, it is not. Excellent. Wonderful. Perfect. Let's do the same thing down here now. There we go. Anchor point right there. Bring it down here. Bring this one down here. Now let's go back up. Hairline thickness. And convert to curve. There we go. The black is poking out, so we gotta move it inside. Just enough. And this one needs to go over there. That was too much. Actually, no, that might be enough. Curve in a bit, just a bit. Now it is poking out. Actually, you know what? What I need is to move this anchor point up here to the side. Yeah, because now I can curve this one here and this one here. Let's bring this one down. But the black line is still poking out. No. Alright, I'm gonna have to change this here. Oh, just made it. But there's too much blue poking out now. Oh boy. This here is good, that is right. Okay, if I can... Hold on. Actually, this here might be good enough. If I do the cut right here, doesn't look like the blue line is poking out there. Ah, it is. You can see it now, okay. Let's move this just a bit more. There we go. Okay, this here is a place for the cut. There. And shrink. That has been cut. Let's make it black. Let's make this black. Ah, there we go. That's more like it. Let's pointify this one here now. Anchor point there. There. And there. Hairline thickness. And let's repeat all of that ordeal. I really can't wait to get this done. this needs to go back here a little more. This might actually be enough, because when I curve this up here, that gap should disappear by itself. Kind of the same thing with that one there. Alright, let's curve that. Let's curve this. It wasn't enough. Now it is poking out. Dang it! It's so hard to get these things in place sometimes. Okay, this here should be enough. It is enough there. Where can I cut? It's here, I think. Yeah, that seems good. There we go, cut right there. Make this black. Now let's go up here. Okay, that does not need pointification. Save. Now I gotta make these anatomy lines. You know, these lines that define the anatomy a little more. For these, I am going to use multiple lines, just like I have done before. There we go. Hairline. Now I need to click that anchor point because I need to move these rods here. Yes, just like that. This goes here. And this goes there. Alright, this here looks really good. Over there is a bit thick, but since I am not done yet, it shouldn't really be a problem yet. Okie dokie. Now let's make an anchor point right here. Another one right up there. There's a very generous room, a space gap, whatever. Between these, and let's do the same thing down here. Delete that. Okay, that actually made things worse. There we go. Move that in and make an anchor point here, because now I can delete this one and that one. Okay, delete that one was a bad idea. Let's make one here. Now I should be able to safely delete that one. Yep, there we go. Make it black. That looks a bit thick, doesn't it? It does, it definitely does. Let's try this. I'm not sure this is quite correct, but let's leave it. Seems fine now, although this part here is a bit thick. I know Charizard is a thick boy, but this here is wrong. Alright, that's better. Up here is wrong. It needs to be more curved like this. See? Like that. this over here. I hope I'm not messing up the lines. That's so much zooming in and out. I wish I had $2 every time I have to do this. Okay, that is not exactly perfect, but that is good enough. It gives the illusion that I wanted to give. Now let's do kind of the same thing over here. And I am very close to finishing this wing now. Once this is done, all that will be left to do is one leg and his tail. And honestly, those are the easiest. And therefore, should be the quickest. Let's see. There's quite a difference in thickness over here. There we go, that's better. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Let's do multiple lines for this one here. Put one right there. Oh yeah, I gotta do these here as well. That's gonna be fun. Alright, let's start curving. The good thing is that what I mostly need to be concerned about when drawing these is actually the thickness, because these do not require so much bending. Bending, is that a word? No. So much curving. Yeah, I think that's what I mean to do. I mean to say. Let's see, a little less of this down here. Yeah, that seems good. Let's remove these corners real quick. Let's create a couple anchor points around. One more. There we go. Now I can delete these over here. And make it black. So that is good, but I need to move this up a bit. Now that's better. Let's just bring this anchor point over here though. Perfect. One more, actually two more. Just realized there's another one there. I am starting to feel hungry. I think that after when the stream is done, I'll see if I can cook something in the kitchen. Okay, this anchor point needs to go here. Yes. Just like that. Now, anchor point here. Anchor point there, and delete this one. I think I need to stretch my hand because I think it is feeling a little stiff. I'm feeling a little bit of difficulty to move the mouse very precisely as I need sometimes. And it's like I feel I am putting a lot of strength on the hand, but the hand is not actually responding properly. There's one thing I should do before drawing, and it is actually a good recommendation that I've had from another artist. Is to do warm-ups for the hands, and the wrists, because you know when you're going to do some exercise, you know, jog or maybe lift weights or swim, you need to stretch, you need to warm up, as they call it, and just so you don't cramp, so your muscles actually respond properly. And that's one thing I never do before drawing, and believe it or not, I have done it before, and believe it or not, it is actually really, really, really good to do that. It helps a lot. The bothersome thing is that it takes a while. Obviously, I'm not going to run an entire warming up routine right now. I just need to stretch these muscles a little bit. Flex them. Okay, that should be better. It feels better. Alright, let's see here. This anchor point needs to be moved over here a bit. The problem is now that I need to change the shapes. Ah, frick. There we go, that's better. Oh yes, that's way better. One more now. More of these, anyway. This one here should be much easier to do. There. There. Now let's move these rods closer together like that, so I have a little bit of a more straight curve over here, if that makes any sense. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that is good. Excellent. Ah, there's two of these things here. Ugh. Fine. These are going to be easy. Famous last words. Alright, put that there. Their line. Again, these are just to detail the wing a little more. Fill it with black and make the outline transparent. Excellent, that is perfect. Let's do the same thing up here. And there we go. Now I think this wing is finished. Well, this part of the wing anyway. Let's select all of that. And group it together. Yes, there it is. Awesome. Undo that, save, and let's export this layer. Shoot, I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. Export. Charizard right wing outside line art. .500 pixels per resolution. Yep. Yes, please. And undo, undo, undo. Make this gray. this shade of gray. There we go. And save again. Yes, finally! Left leg and tail. I'm gonna do the leg first. The leg and the tail are going to be on the same layer, by the way. Let's do this leg first. There. That should be fine. And end it right here. Yeah, and end it right. Oh my god. Again, it didn't. It separated the line somehow for some reason. There. That's what's supposed to happen. Now let's continue from here. Here. There. And end it right there. Actually, let's not end it right here. Let's go all the way around. For this finger. Thumb? Not thumb. Toe. Forgot to change the thickness of the line. There we go. Curve this over here. Not really necessary, since that part is not visible. Well, it's not going to be visible, but it helps with the anatomy. Let's draw this part here for this toe. Yep. Now the back of his leg over here. Curve it. Make a point there. And here. And delete this one. Now let's handle this paw. There. There. It is fine that this part here might not have the very correct what am I saying? The correct shape, because that is going to be erased in a moment. There we go. Anchor point here. Delete that one and this one. Excellent. And the reason for that is because I am going to draw a claw over here. So this section here is not supposed to be visible anyway, so yeah. There. There and there. 5 pixels. Nice. Now this here goes up, and this one, oh my god. Actually, this ankle point must go there, because now this one goes down like this. Yep. And I've got a curve over here. If I can click the line, there. Make a point there as well, and delete this one. I said delete this one. There we go. That's more like it. Let's bring this one down so this is a little more of a curvature, because it looks like it is supposed to be that way. Right toe, right toe. Now let's eliminate this very pointy corner here. And yes, these claws are supposed to be sharp, but not that sharp. Come on. That's just not very natural. And again, as I always say, I'm not going for realism here, I just want things to look natural. There we go. That works. And now, let's erase that piece of his toe over there that is showing inside the claw, because that is not supposed to be there. There we go, break apart. Voila! It is done. I'm going to keep that blue for now because I'm going to need to draw a couple more here. And oh, I just noticed something. This anchor point here is supposed to end here. That thing going on there, that's a claw. There, that's better. Now let's draw this toe here. Yeah, just one line should do the trick. Convert to curve. Go. That's good. No problem that it ends on a flat over here and doesn't go all the way as it's supposed to go, because this line is supposed to be hidden by the human shoe anyway, and it will be when the layer is in place on Photoshop. There we go. Now let's draw this claw over here. Mm-hmm. 5 pixels, always 5 pixels. For Charizard anyway. And yeah, that actually looks fine. Maybe a little tweaking here, so it looks better. And again, let's remove the sharp edge over there, sharp corner, so it looks more natural. Katita, thank you so much for the subscription, and welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? So nice to see you there. Right, this is a bit flat over here. It's not supposed to be that flat. There. I'm gonna raise the price of that at some point. Alright. Let me just get this done first and then I'm gonna meow. Hold on. Okay, I think I gotta delete this anchor point. Yes. That anchor point must be the problem. Yep. Well, it kinda... It still kinda looks flat. What if I make an anchor point here and delete this one? Okay, that was a bad idea. Never mind that. Here we go. My throat is not very good today. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. The only problem with meowing like a cat like that is that it really puts a strain on my throat and my voice. Which is one of the reasons why I think I should probably raise the price of Dragons Are Giant Lizards with cat software. Just to, you know, spare a little bit of my voice. Denise, are you sure you want me to sing a song? Are you sure? Well, you have already redeemed the thing, so I believe it is a little too late to back out now, right? Alright, I'm gonna sing a song that everyone loves. Let me stop. Hold on, let me just do this here first. Black outline. I'm just finish this here first so I can focus on the lyrics, because I actually know all the lyrics for this one, but just to be sure I am not forgetting anything, I want to focus 100% on it. Let me take the opportunity to save the progress. Alright. Are you ready? Let me... Hold on a sec. Actually, I have the lyrics open on the other computer just to be sure. Hold on. Did the computer freeze? Or crash? He's not responding. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Well, I think the Pentium 4 PC has crashed. Let me turn that off. Yeah. Come on, turn off. There we go. Let me go back here on the i5. One moment. You saw nothing. Let me stop this music. Alright, you ready? We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. I've been waiting for so long to sing this one. Oh my goodness. I was wishing someone would request a song so I could finally sing that one. Thank you for redeeming that one. Whew. Let me drink water. You think so, really? Well, thank you. Alright, let's go back to this here now. So, I think this line here could be a little thicker. Just not too much. Doxy, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Thank you for joining. How are you? You got confused? About what? Let's put that there. Okay, so that is good. Let's do the same thing with this other claw over here. Line over there. Actually, let me go ahead and already change the thickness. There we go. Hairline. Was lurking I hear Rick roll, and I am like, I'm pretty sure I left the mic stream on. Yeah, Denise has requested me to sing a song by redeeming the 500 tokens for that. I was waiting for so long to sing that one. I was hoping for so long that someone would redeem the sing a song one, just so I could do that. Oh my goodness. I had fun. Fun fact, I am actually immune to Rick rolls because I've always liked that song way before Rick rolls were a thing. So yeah, when someone tries to Rick roll me, that's just like, hey, I'm listening to Never Gonna Give You Up. That's a nice song. I like it. Yeah. My original idea, I hoped someone would do that for the Friday the Friday 2nd stream, April 2nd. Sorry. Doxy, thank you so much for the subscription. Yay, that is very appreciated. Thank you. So yeah, I was hoping someone would redeem sing a song for the Friday stream on the April 2nd, even though it wasn't April 1st anymore. Because April 1st was actually on a Thursday, but it will be close enough. But unfortunately, no one did. So yeah, I have been waiting for quite some time on that one. Alright, so just one more claw over here, and this paw should be completely finished, and then all I will have to do is draw his tail. And the tail should be far easier and quicker to do. And that is actually the last thing that I need to do before, so I can actually declare this as finished. Alright, so this leg is done. Let me select the whole thing and group it together. Yep, that looks like a nice leg. Yeah, thank you so much, Doxy. Really, thank you. Let me save. Okay, let's draw this tail. Now, once I have this tail done, I am going to group it together with the leg and export both of these as one layer. And that should be the last layer that I need to export, so I can finally start coloring everything on Photoshop. Which does mean, yes, that once I do this, I can finally move on to Photoshop and import everything into Photoshop. Alright, so let's put that there and that there. 5 pixels thickness. God, I am so close to finishing this. It helps you. Yeah, that is helpful. Although I am still a little far away from being able to withdraw money from Twitch. But yeah, that helps a lot. Every little bit helps. Actually, what is the limit of Twitch? $100. Yes, I remember now. Twitch only allows for withdrawals when you reach $100, and then there's all the cuts that they make and such. But whatever. But yeah, you gotta reach 100, so then you can withdraw that to the bank. I'm still a little far away from getting that, but every bit helps. Alright, let's see. Let's put that there. Yeah, that looks fine. I do need an anchor. I'm not going to bother with this with the tip of his tail now. I should first finish the basic shape. Yeah, basics first. Always the basics first. There we go. Now put this over here. There we go. Now anchor point right here because I need to change this part of the tail right here without changing that one. Nice. Anchor point there. Now I can delete this one. Perfect. Now I can go here and work on the tip of his tail. Let's remove this sharp corner. Yes. Make it roundish. Let's have one anchor point here. Just so I can curve this a bit. Like so. Thank you, Matt. It is almost ready to be colored. Alright, let's have an anchor point right there. And delete this one. Oh my god! That went wrong. There we go. No, that's still bad. Frick. Here? Yeah. That's a bit better, I guess. Now one more line here. And the tail will be finished. Yep, do that. Anchor point over there. Yep, blammo. Right there. 5 pixels thickness, please. Thank you very much. And now let's curve this line. Let's get it in shape. There we go. There. And click here. Bring this one up. Ah, so close to finishing. So close to finishing. Put that there. Stretch this one a little more to this side. Bring this one down a bit. That was too much. Actually, no, that was fine. Yeah, let's have an anchor point right about here. And another one right about there. So I can delete this one and remove that corner. Guys, the tail is finished. Let's select the lines, group them together. And select both of these. Group these together. And ta-da! There's a leg and a tail. Excellent. Let me save. Delete everything but those. And export them. Export. Charizard. Tail. And left leg line art. Save, 500 resolution, yes. Undo to bring everything back. Ctrl G to make sure these are still grouped together. Let's make them gray, so I know they are actually finished. And Ctrl S to save one last time. Do I already have a general sketch from Corel file? I do. Excellent. Now, close CorelDRAW. Not gonna need it anymore. Photoshop, I choose you. While it opens, I'm gonna drink some water and stretch myself a little more. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do next is I am going to import all of those layers into Photoshop and have everything prepared for coloring. I'm not, however, going to color everything on this stream today because it's already been about 3 hours of stream and I am hungry. So finishing up here, I'll see if I can go to the kitchen to see if I can cook something. And for the record, I am no cook. Still, I kind of know how to make something. So yeah, it's not because I don't know how to make anything that I'm going to starve to death. Alright, let's start importing stuff. Now you might remember that that outline that I had on CorelDRAW. So yeah, this line here, these are the guidelines. I need that when importing, when copying a layer to another thing over here, so the element that I am copying stays in place. Without that, it's just gonna go right to the center. And also, let me start naming these layers before I forget. So let's name this Charizard / human body line art. I'm sleeping too. I was driving all day on TS2. Meanwhile, I was actually, before I was streaming, I was playing SimCity all day, pretty much. Not really all day. It's not like I woke up early in the morning. I woke up like at, I don't know, 10, 11-ish in the morning. And I've been playing SimCity all the time until it was time to start the stream. I was actually supposed to be doing some other stuff. I actually have, let's just say that I have TMP work to do that I have been putting off for way too much time now. And I have a few reasons why, but I really need to get to that. But yeah, I actually, the stream started a little late today because I forgot I had to stream. I was just having fun with SimCity 2000. Let's name this Charizard wing, left wing outside line arts. Yes, I know the name is a little long, but that's not going to be a problem for too long. I do not know. I can help. Yep. Unfortunately, the TMP work I gotta do is something that only I can do. Well, technically someone else can do it, but it's work that I am the one supposed to do. Lots of things happen in the game. Well, I can imagine. It is ETS2 MP after all. Did I delete the guidelines for this layer already? I did. Okay, good. Let's paste this one here. This one needs to go beneath that other one. And this one should be called Charizard left wing inside line art. Yep, there we go. I need to delete these guidelines. Actually, I can just go ahead and use the eraser. There isn't much that I need to worry about accidentally deleting, erasing on this layer. Here we go. Just think of joining the game and within 3 minutes you see a hacker driving through. Been there, done that. I don't think that guy is with us anymore. Hopefully. Okay, this goes here. Nice. Let's erase the guidelines for this layer. If you report to him on the site, then it is 100% guaranteed he's gonna get a ban. If he's going to create another account to keep doing his crap, then, well, that's another story. Be kind of beyond our control, but yeah. I wrote Charing for some reason. Derp. Charizard right wing inside line art. Let's import the next layer, Charizard right wing outside line art. That's a mouthful. And this one goes above this one. You know, the layer I have just named. There we go, now let's name it. Charizard right wing outside line art. Okay, yep, that is correct. Charizard tail. And I think this is the last layer that I need. This is the one that is going to go below everything. Right there. Charizard tail. Left leg line art. Yep. And let's erase the guidelines on this one. Yep, there we go. Now I can close all of these files that I have open here. And let's save this as a PSD file. Let's name this coloring alpha 0. Yeah, that was good. That was good, Oxy. So hopefully within a few days you should see a result in that report. Oh, also I need to bring the general sketch from Corel. Where is that? Here it is. Well, this one is actually not really necessary, honestly. Usually I have this the general sketch added to the coloring layers as well on the bottom of everything. So I can use that as a guideline for drawing the eyes, but both characters on this one have their eyes closed, so I actually don't, for the first time I don't need this. Excellent. I do need, however, to group these layers together. Let's name this characters. The heck did I write there? Characters. No. Characters. There we go. Now let's move this group down here, select all of these layers, and put them inside the group. Right, now, a couple new layers here. Move the group up. This layer here is gonna have a completely flat black color, and this one is going to have a completely flat white color. And both of them are going to have a 50% opacity. But beneath this layer here, I'm going to have black or white. What do I want here? Black. Yes, I want black on this one. Tom said hi instead of my keyboard. Oh, Tom's your cat? Give him a hug and a pet. And a treat if you can. Hi, Tom. Be a good kitty. Okay, what is I going to do next? Right. I need a couple samples for color. Let's have this Charizard here. Actually, I want just Charizard. So let's use this here. Cut around. I cut a piece of his claw over there, but that's no problem. Copy this and paste it over here. Alright, let's name this sample 1. And I need this one for as a mostly like a reference. Mostly as a reference for the colors. So let's put this here. No need for accuracy there. Nearest neighbor, no. Bicubic, smooth it, please. Thank you. There we go, put that there. And let's name this sample 2. He's biting me. Yeah, cats will do that. Nom, 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 nom. Okay, yeah, so I think this is ready. Tolerance on the magic wand 1. Anti-aliens active. Yes. Let's expand this over here. And now I need to create layers between each one of these layers here, because these layers that I am creating now are the layers that are going to receive the colors. Alright, so each one of these layers corresponds to the layer above. While the layer above is the line art, the layer below it is the layer that is going to receive the colors. So let's name this that. Let's copy this name and name this one here, and remove the line art from the name and change it to colors. And oops, close it. Same thing for this one here. Colors. Just 3 more, and I will be done organizing these layers. At least the initial organization. I might need to add more layers later on, but you know, basics first. I start with just these, and if more are needed, then they are added as needed. Gamma should be green. Actually, sure, no problemo. And yes, I think, oh, hold on, let's make a new layer above everything here. Let's name this one Charizard colors set. And actually I can have the colors of both characters in this one. No, I'm gonna keep them separate so I don't confuse colors around. Let's name this other one here human colors set. These 2 layers here are the layers where I'm going to put down samples of each color that I am going to be using. So I can come back to this later if I need to pick one specific shade of some specific color. Let's see. Do I need anything else here for now? I don't think so. Okay, well, in that case, also, this here should be white. There. Perfect. One more save. No problem, Doxy. Have a very good nap. I'm actually reaching the end of the stream. I'm just going to do a couple more things here, and I'm gonna end because I'm starving. But yeah, sleep well and get rested. So, okay, guys. As you can see, now I have all the layers together and all of the lines intersect with each other. So you might look at this and think, Mike, that is a mess. How are you going to fix that? Well, layering. Now, I'm not going to be actually coloring today because for that I am going to need my tablet, and my tablet has 3 phones on top of it, plus a keyboard, plus the microphone. And to organize this so I can use it, it's going to take a couple minutes, and I don't want to do that now. But just to give you a taste of how this is going to work, let me go here and zoom in on Charizard himself, and let's select his layer. His layer should be this one here, right? Yes, so this here is the layer where Charizard's body, main body, line art is. So here, with the magical wand, that's what this is actually called, magic wand tool, I click outside over here, and I want to select, for now, just Charizard's body. So, what I'm going to do here is, I am gonna go inside the line art and also select the human, but from the inside of his line art. Select his face, his hair, his shirt. Already selected his hand. Whoops. Already selected his hand there. That's not at all what I'm going to do here. Oops. Is this here supposed to be his shirt? Yes. So select that as well. And that. Now this here. His pockets, his pant. More of his pants over here. That, his shoe. There we go, select all of this. The selection is not perfect, but for just a quick demonstration, it does not need to be perfect. Ah, frick, what did I do there? Here we go. So, cannot select this here. Too small of a gap. Alright, no problem. Again, it doesn't have to be a perfect selection. What else? Alright. So that's just it. Now, I will select the Charizard human body colors layer, which currently is completely empty. I'm gonna go here on select, go to modify, expand by 1 pixel, click OK, and by holding Ctrl, Shift and I am going to invert this selection. Now, with this layer selected, the layer where the colors are gonna go, I will add a layer mask. Click back here on this first square, pick the color that I want to apply to Charizard's body, and with a hard round brush, make it big, I can just brush at my will. There we go, and see, a bunch of those lines that we're showing here, they are gone. Well, they're not already gone, they're still there. You just cannot see them anymore because this layer is above them, so this layer is hiding them. So yeah, and here's what the thing that I really love about using vectors. I can do this color this way, but just by selecting these lines here, and I don't need to worry about colors poking out of these lines. Like here, for example, this part here, this is not supposed to be orange at all. So with these lines, with these vectors lines, I can make it happen without having to worry about carefully running the brush across this line here so it does not go beyond the black line. So yeah, extremely helpful. Now, why have I done it this way? You know, created a layer mask there instead of just applying the color on that layer. Well, let me undo here. Let me go back here and undo. Okay, so now I have just the selection, right? I can just color within the selection, no problem. It works. See, if I undo the selection, it's gonna look the same. But if I ever need to go back here and, I don't know, do something else, maybe apply a color, an extra color on this area here, like, I don't know, let's swap colors here, and I don't know, let's say Charizard has some green stripes back here, you know, that go across his back. So, oh no, now that goes beyond the black line. Well, that sucks. The way I could go around this is if I went back and selected this again. So yes, then I could do this without the color going past, but every single time I would need to apply something else here. I would need to select again, and that is actually time consuming, not practical, and it is not always that you can get the selection right. Sometimes, depending on the area you're trying to color, selection can be a tad finicky, so it's best to get the selection right the first time, and then I'm going to do this, and then by just creating a layer mask, now I no longer need a selection anymore, because this mask here pretty much made everything else inaccessible for the brush, except for the area that was originally selected. So let's go back here. Oops. Why isn't this working? Wait. Oh, it worked now. Ah, that's because this isn't a hard brush, so it was weird. There we go. Right. So now I can always come back to this layer here without the need to make a new selection, and anything that I do here will remain contained within these borders. So there's that that weird stripe Charizard supposedly have. Oh, and it didn't go beyond the line, and I did not need to make a new selection. So yeah, handy, useful. Alright, let's undo this. Ctrl S to save one more time. And there we go. Now, on the next stream, I will be coloring this. I'm not sure, and I do not want to make any promises, but I think that on the next stream, I should be able to also shade this and potentially also finish the whole thing on the next stream. So yeah, I reckon that this picture should be finished within 1 or 2 streams, or maybe even sooner, if I can find the time to work on this sometime during the week. So yeah, guys, this is almost complete. All that I need to do here is color and shade, and it will be ready. I can't wait to see this thing ready. Actually, seeing the picture finish is my favorite thing. And once ready, obviously, I just gotta disable these layers here, and it will have a completely transparent background. So yeah, everything that I needed to prepare should be ready now. I'm going to prepare the colors that I'm going to use, you know, put them on the samples here when I start drawing, I mean coloring, because I'm kind of gonna need the pen for that. And again, my tablet is buried under a bunch of stuff here. It's going to take a few minutes to take it out. And besides, this is the end of the stream now anyway, so let's close Photoshop and mention the end of stream reminders. So guys, as usual, I can close this here. Close that. There we go. So yeah, guys, as usual, I live stream every Wednesday, Friday, and Sundays. On Wednesdays, I stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. On Fridays, I stream at... No, sorry. On Wednesdays, I stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. On Fridays, I stream at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And on Sundays, also on Western Time, sorry, I stream at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The Wednesday and Friday streams, they're gaming streams, so I play a different game every week on those days. Being the difference that on Wednesdays the streams are only in Portuguese, while on Fridays and Sundays the streams are in English. And on Sundays I draw live, just like I have seen now. So guys, you all are very welcome to join any of these streams. Just bear in mind that if you do not speak Portuguese, if you join the stream on Wednesday, you are likely not going to understand a single thing that I am saying. So yeah, there's that little caveat. So yeah, Wednesdays 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Fridays 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and Sundays 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Good work today. I'll see you on Friday. Have a good night. Thank you, Matt. I hope you have enjoyed. And see you on Friday. And yeah, everyone, I will see you in the next one. I wish you all a very rest of night or day now if it is already Monday for you. I know that for some it might already be. And most importantly, I wish you all a very good week. And until we meet again, either Wednesday, Friday, or the next Sunday, I wish you all have a very good time. So God bless you, stay safe, stay healthy. And until we meet again, have a good one. Bye bye, everyone. See ya.
Some problems and we don't know what to do. You've come to find your feelings and exactly what you knew. The odds are stacked quite poorly if without a winning hand. But bear in mind your bearing's only worse if you don't turn up. Don't bet on taking trips because I'll turn your trips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite big if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I will not let that my opinion of such enough. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the fact that if you could fix the failings of the current paradigm, we would have a hero who's supposed to be elusive and on time. Just on time. And then we would all contrive new conflicts, you know. So bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes and setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion of the truth. Bet on sinking ships because they'll turn your chips to trash. You've got to set your sights and hopes on setting not to crash. The truth can seem quite bleak if you don't make your plans unfurl. But I would not let that mar my opinion. Stipulations placed before you to get all the things you really need. Mr. Big may make things hard, but you have got to plant your seeds. Go to war, fight more. Your dreams thrive by competition. You'll find no one famous ever got there just by flinching at their foes. Cling against the torment claw with all your might at what you know. Don't let go, just grow. Don't wait or play to indecision. Don't bet on taking trips because you've got to be more grand. You've got to think ahead and carry out the things you've